Well, another day. Back at it, more projects here in Tennessee. Today's mission is I've got the tractor. It's got to get in the back of the horse trailer. Except the last time I was down here, I forgot to bring my ramps, and I didn't have room this time to bring ramps with, so I had to make some. So I've got had the guys at the shop before I left make me up some 1/4-inch plate ends here and formed up some 16 gauge corner channels, and I've got some leftover unistrut from the container project that is still not done. I'm working on it. I got sidetracked. So what I did is I took some unistrut and I just put it on the very bottom in the middle, because that's where most of your load is at when you come up here to have that bend. And I didn't want to get these things too heavy, so that's why I went with the wood, and I just started scavenging up some scrap lumbers from the shelves and making my ramps here. So pretty straightforward. Bolted my unistrut to the bottom, bolted my top little brackets on there. I've got them bent a little farther than what I need for the horse trailer, but those will work great for putting some up in the back of the pickup truck. Not a tractor, maybe a lawnmower or a four-wheeler will work for going to pickup truck. So I've got my side channels here, and this just sets over here and locks into place here. Got to get two hands on this beast here, and this slides down in there, pinches together. Got some screws to go on the side. We've got a ramp. I'll bring it back when I start running the tractor up in there. And we got horses over there. They're just got the day off, because every time I'm working, they're not. So I think they like that when I'm working. Well, let's see what happens. Got the ramps all done. And drive her up there. We should be fine. With all that reinforcement on there, we'll go pretty good. I don't even think there's any flex in there. Well, I should pay attention to make sure I hit on the ramp here. Working good, and they're nice and light. You know, I could have probably bought a set of aluminum ones. It would have worked out just fine, but what's the fun in that, right? So, yeah, this trailer is pretty good. When that gate folds shut, we can load this up, and I've hauled the 10,000 pound skid steer down here in this trailer here, and it was just fine. So I think it can handle this little tractor here. So, well, I will get this tied down, and we will get it in the back to the dealership, get some fluid in the tires. I did put wheel weights in there last go around. I showed you that I did that. I'm stacking another inch worth of wheel weights on there, just to give more than enough to keep this thing sitting on the ground here. So, well, got the tractor back from the dealership this afternoon. They had it only for a day. They did a pretty good job on the turnaround there, doing the fluid in the tires, had a little more stability on the hills here, and they put this third function on here. And operating this works pretty slick. Let me fire up the tractor, and I'll show you how it works. They added this control knob, it looks like over the top of the regular ball, and there's just two buttons on here. And top button opens that up. Oh, or the top button closes it. Bottom button opens it up. Works pretty slick. And that is this control. going all the way up to here. And then while I was there, I got a 48-inch grapple. And it's just on the edge, but the dealer said that they've had a couple other people that had the T254s that they use these 48-inch grapples on, and it seems to be working. So had to do a little bit of zip ties on here. Hoses were a little long. I'm probably going to do a little something different here. We'll see how that works on there. But overall, I think it's going to work out nice. Big reason I got that is down here in Tennessee, they have got some nasty snakes that live in brush piles. And I guess it's worth every penny of it, so I don't have to dig my hands in a brush pile and pick up brush. So I think it was worth every penny of that. Well, ramps worked out good. Next project that I've got to do on here is I've got a couple more wheel weights that I got to put on there. And I also need to put a D-ring on the front end here for hauling it. So I got another place to tie it down. Other than that, it's coming along good. And it is feeding time for the horses. Lux is out there eating out of the bucket because he gets some special feed. And all the rest of them are over there getting their grain. So that should be it for today. We'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Well, good morning. I'm back at it. I am working a couple days ago. Worked on the ramps on there and then took it in and had fluid put in tires and had the third function put on there for the hydraulics so I can operate a little grabber. Now, last piece of the last piece for today. I am adding more wheel weights to the back of the tractor here. I already had added, there's two 1-inch plates for wheel weights here, and I'm going to add another inch. So I'm going to add two 1/2-inch plates for the wheel weights. Well, in doing so, that means my bolts that I made up, you saw that in one of the previous videos, they're going to be too short. So it's time to grab some more bolts, do a little hammering over there, make these up, and get these wheel weights installed on here. And then I think I feel pretty confident that we're going to do good on this hilly terrain out here as far as keeping the back end of this tractor where it's supposed to be. So I will keep hammering away here. Well, I got all the bolts with my end in there. Let me show you how these bolts go in there and how I got them figured. So this rim comes with 4 holes in here. Not sure what they had them in there for, but I'm going to utilize those for these bolts. So the reason this kink is in here, so when you push that in there, it locks in the hole. So you just slide that bolt in, push it up, and then it locks right into that rim there. And comes out there. That's the reason why when I made these weights, I put slots in there instead of holes so that I can put that, get that in there so it fits pretty easy. And then I'll put some double washers and some nylocks on here, and that's going to hold this where it's got to be at the right position. But that's the system I came up for putting these wheel weights on these tractors, because I talked to the dealer I got the tractor from, and there is no such thing as wheel weights for these tractors. So had to make them up. So drew them up, had the guys at the shop burn them up, and simple, put them on, and we're going to be a little bit safer. So a little bit more and I'll have this one put on. Well, I got them on there. Don't know if I like it. Because these washers are pushing out, they don't have anything to hit against. So this is 3 inches worth of wheel weights on here. 2.5 inches would be more than sufficient to put on here. But since I already have the wheel weights made, they're not going to do any good sitting on the shelf. Next time, 2.5 inches of wheel weights, and these washers will sit a little bit better out here. So, well, that's the process here. I'll play with this thing a little bit, see what I like it. Periodically, I just got to go through, tighten those bolts up. If those bolts loosen up on me and these bolts move a little bit, I'm just going to go ahead and pop one of these weights off of here, one of the 1/2 inch plates off of there. Well, thank you for sticking around with me, watching me play with the tractor here. So, talk to you guys later. Thank you for watching Alan's Day. Life is about making choices. Some things are already perfect. Some things you may choose to upgrade. This channel will show you both. Please like, subscribe, and share. Thanks again.